Physics class 11 chapter 8 gravitation. In the last class we have studied energy of an orbiting satellite. Today we shall study geostationary and polar satellites and weightlessness. So let us start with geostationary satellite. Satellite in a circular orbits around the earth in the equatorial plane with t equal to 24 hours are called geostationary satellite. So the satellite which is moving in a orbit in the equatorial plane of the earth and the time period of this satellite is 24 hours, then you call that as a geostationary satellite. Since the earth rotates with the same period 24 hours, the satellite would appear fixed from any point on earth. Now we know that the earth rotates in a period of 24 hours, right? Similarly, this geostationary satellite have got the time period 24 hours. So when we look from any point on the earth to this satellite, it seems that the satellite is not moving, it is stationary, right? So that is why it is called geostationary. Geo means earth and stationary means steady, not moving. So any point of the earth, we look at this satellite, we see it seems that it is stationary, it is not moving. Why? Because the time period of the rotation of the earth and the geostationary satellite is 24 hours, same. That is why it seems that it is steady at a point or fixed at a point. It takes powerful rockets to throw up a satellite to large heights above the earth. Now to launch this geostationary satellite to the space, we require powerful rockets. It has several benefits of many practical applications. So it is useful for many practical applications. Waves used in television broadcast or other forms of communication have much higher frequencies and thus cannot be received beyond the line of sight. Now, see, the waves which are used in television broadcasting or other forms of communication will have very high frequency, and therefore it cannot be received beyond the line of sight. Now, here a geostationary satellite comes in function. This appears to be fixed from the broadcasting station, can however receive these signals and broadcast them back to wide area on earth. Now we already said that geostationary satellite seems to be stationary at a point from any point of the earth, right? So now it will look fixed from the broadcasting station. So what happens is this geostationary satellite will receive the signals of high frequency. Okay, the high frequency signals which are used for television broadcasting and other forms of communication will be received by the geostationary satellite and it will broadcast them back to the wide area of the earth. So this is the main function of geostationary satellite. The INSAT group of satellites sent up by India are one such group of geostationary satellites widely used for telecommunications in India. So for India, the geostationary satellites are INSAT group of satellites, okay, which are widely used for the telecommunication in India. Now these geostationary satellites, they move in a circular orbit in the equatorial plane, right? We already defined that in the beginning. Now they are orbiting in a equatorial plane at an approximate distance 4.22 into 10 power 4 kilometer from the Earth's center. Okay, so it is moving in a circular orbit at a distance 4.22 into 10 power 4 kilometer from the center of the Earth. Next we have got polar satellite. These are low altitude H equal to 500 km to 800 km satellites. Now the polar satellites are at a low altitude. Okay, the height of these satellites are from 500 km to 800 km. Okay, but they go around the poles of the earth in north-south direction. Now what happens? These satellites are polar satellites which move from north to south. This is north pole of the earth and the south pole of the earth. So it moves from north to south. That is why it is called polar satellites, because they are moving from pole to pole, north to south pole. Whereas the earth rotates around its axis in an east-west direction, and we know that if this is the axis of the earth, then the earth is rotating from east to west. Okay, this is shown as the arrow. It is rotating from east to west, and the polar satellite from north pole to south pole. It is rotating from north pole to south pole. Since its time period is around 100 minutes, it crosses any altitude many times a day. Now, the polar satellite will move from north to south pole, but the time period of its rotation is 100 minutes. That means any altitude it will cross many times a day, right? Because it will, one revolution is taking 100 minutes. That means it will cross the earth, okay, any altitude many times a day, okay, not only once but many times a day. Since its height edge above earth is about 500 to 800 km, a camera fixed on it can view only small strips of the earth in one orbit. Now, see, we already said that it is at this polar satellite is at low orbit, low altitude of 500 to 800 km. Okay, so it is very close to the earth. So, and there are cameras fixed on this satellite. So when it is moving from north to south pole, then the cameras are there, right? So these cameras can capture the view only small strip, okay, the small strip, this blue color you can see, that small strip it can capture. Why? Because it is very close, the orbit, the satellite is very close. That means when it is moving from north to south, it will capture only this much part, okay, only one strip it will capture, right? So in one revolution or one rotation, it will cover very small view or very small strip, okay, given in the figure by this dark blue strip. But you can see that it is also, earth is rotating in this movement, right? Earth rotates on its axis. So in the, suppose the first rotation it has captured this much view, right? So again it is coming second view, then the earth is moved little more. So when earth moves, then again which comes in front of the camera will be other strip, right? So one strip is moved, then comes the other strip. So what happens is, it will at the, as a effect, it will cover the whole earth, okay. So what we have written in the next is, adjacent strip are viewed in the next orbit, right? So as I say that this earth is also moving, that means the adjacent, the next to this strip, the next strip will be, which I have not shown here, will be viewed by the next orbit. Next orbit means next revolution. So that in effect the whole earth can be viewed strip by strip during the entire day, and therefore you can see that effectively, or the end you can see that the whole earth can be viewed, okay. So we can say that since its height edge above the earth is about 500 to 800 km, a camera fixed on it can view only small strip of the earth in one rotation or one orbit, and adjacent strip are viewed in the next orbit, so that in effect the whole earth can be viewed strip by strip during the entire day, okay. I hope you understand that the earth is moving on its orbit, so it is moving like this. So in the first strip it comes this one, then in the second orbit it will come the other part, okay. So it will cover the entire earth in a day. These satellites can view polar and equatorial region at close distances with good resolution. Now see, this polar satellite is starting from north pole to south pole, right? So it can cover the pole very well, plus this is equatorial plane, so it can also view the north and south, the poles and the equatorial. So it can have good resolution for polar and the equatorial region. Information gathered from such satellites is extremely useful for remote sensing, meteorology, as well as for environmental studies of the earth. So the information which we receive through these polar satellites are useful for remote sensing, meteorology, and environmental studies of the earth, okay. So this is about the polar satellite, and the first we studied is a geostationary satellite. Next we have got weightlessness. When an object is in free fall, it is weightless, and this phenomenon is called as the phenomenon of weightlessness. So weightlessness means when an object is having the free fall, okay, when an object is in free fall, then it is weightless. Weightless means it is not experiencing any gravity, okay. So it is weightlessness, and this phenomenon is called as a weightlessness. In a satellite around the earth, every part and parcel of the satellite has an acceleration towards the center of the earth, which is exactly the value of the earth acceleration. So as we said that in a satellite around the earth, every part and parcel of the satellite has an acceleration towards the center of the earth. So each part in the satellite has acceleration towards the center of the earth, which is, this is not with, it is which is, let us correct it, which is exactly the value of Earth's acceleration due to gravity at that position, okay, and it is equal to the acceleration due to gravity, okay, Earth's acceleration due to gravity. Therefore in the satellite everything inside it is in a state of free fall. So when you look at the all the things inside the satellite, it is like having a in a state of free fall, okay, and in a free fall what happens, there is no weight, right? So if an object is in a free fall, then it is weightless, and this phenomenon is called as a weightlessness. So if there is no weight when it is in a free fall, okay, and inside the satellite every object is in a state of free fall, okay. People inside satellite experience no gravity, and people which are inside the satellite will experience no gravity. Now gravity for us defines the vertical direction, and we know that the gravity is upward, downward, right? It is acceleration due to gravity is towards the earth, so it is vertical. So gravity for us defines the vertical direction. Therefore in satellite all directions are the same. Now we say that there is a people inside the satellite experience no gravity, that means if no gravity, that means no direction, that means we can say that all directions are the same, okay. There is no vertical direction, no southward direction, all the directions are same. Pictures of astronauts floating in a satellite shows this fact, and we have seen the pictures in which the astronauts are floating in the satellite, right? Because for them every direction is the same direction. They do not know which direction is the downward, which direction is the upward, okay. So why? Because they are experiencing no gravity in the satellite, because and therefore they are experiencing the weightlessness. So we keep here we end the chapter 8 physics class 11. Thank you very much.